The topic we are going to discuss today is about seating arrangement. Seating arrangement is one of the most important topic from your CSAT perspective. If you look into previous year question paper, at least 3 or 4 questions are asked for every examination. See, 4 questions gives you 10 marks. All you need is 66 marks to qualify for your CSAT examination. And this topic gives you approximately 10 to 12 marks. And seating arrangement is one of the easiest topics. You don't have to remember any equation. All you need is some basic sense about directions and some common sense. Now let's discuss about the major ideas about directions. The foremost and most simplest idea about directions about finding the north, south, east and west. When a question is asked, always take this direction as the north direction. If this is north, this must be south, this must be east, and this is west. Again, this is northeast, this is southwest, this is southeast, and this is northwest. For example, when a question is asked, a person or a group of person facing the north direction, always take this direction as the north direction. And with respect to this direction, frame the other 7 directions. Now assume this as a clock. The direction by which the needle moves, this direction is called as the clockwise direction. And the direction just opposite to this direction means the direction opposite to the movement of the needle. This direction is called anti-clockwise direction. Well, this is one of the most important idea. This is the clockwise direction and this is the anti-clockwise direction. Now the most important concept from this direction point of view is that to identify your left and your right. For example, now I am facing you people. This is my south and this is my north. I am facing the south. When I am facing the south, this is my right direction and this is my left direction. But once I am reversed, once I am facing the north direction, this is my right and this is my left. For example, this is me. I am facing north direction. When I am facing north, this is my left and this is my right. But when I am facing south, this is my right direction, this is my left direction. In certain questions, they ask that when group of people are facing north direction, 2 persons sit to the left of the A and 3 persons sit to the right of the C or D, whatever it is. So in such cases, we have to understand what is right and what is left. All you need is to understand what directions are and apply these to the problems. Now let's look into what are the major steps, 3 major steps to solve the problems regarding seating arrangement. The step 1 is to count. Count the total number of seats or persons given in the question. Second step is to frame. For example, if the question asks like 6 persons sitting around a round table, then we have to draw a round table and mark 6 positions. A, B, C, D, E and F in clockwise direction. And the third step is to solve statement separately and merge it. The first step is to count the total number of persons or total number of seats. The second step is to frame the question and mark the positions. And third step is to solve each statement separately and finally merge it. These are the major steps needed to solving the seating arrangement problem. Now let's look into one of the questions asked in 2014 CSAT examination. Look at the question. 4 children are sitting in a row. A is occupying the seat next to B, but not next to C. If C is not sitting next to D, who is or are occupying seats adjacent to D? Okay, this is a question they asked 4 years before. The step 1 is to count total number of students or persons. See, we have A, we have B, we have C, and we have D. So there are 4 total positions. Second step is to frame the positions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we look into each statement differently. Finally, we will be merging it. See, A is occupying the seat next to B, but not next to C. It means that A can be right before B or A can be just after B. A is occupying the seat next to B, but A is not occupying seat next to C, which means that AC or CA is not possible. This is wrong. We won't be having a AC or a CA. If C is not sitting next to D, which means that CD or DC is also not possible. Who is or are occupying the seat adjacent to D? See, A sit next to B, which means AB or BA, these two come together. Again, AC or CA is not possible either. So if I fix A and B here, C can't be here because AC or CA is not possible. So C will be here and the remaining D will be here. In other case, if we consider BI, again C is not sitting, A is not sitting next to C, which means that CA and AC is not possible. So C will be here and this will be D. So our format will be D, A, B, C. Now what's the question? Who is or are occupying the seats adjacent to D? The answer will be A. Now look into this question. 5 people A, B, C, D, E are seated about a round table. Every chair is spaced equidistant from adjacent chairs. And C is seated next to A is seated 2 seats from D, and B is not seated next to A. Here it is a round table. And they have not given the direction, whether it is a clockwise or anti-clockwise. So we will be assuming clockwise direction. So what will be the first step? To count the total number of seats. A, B, C, D, E. There are 5 seats. Now we have to frame the seating arrangement. We are assuming clockwise direction. Now look into statements. What is the first statement? C is seated next to A, which means that CA or AC is possible. Second step. A is seated 2 seats from D, which means that D, 2 spots, and A. Third step. B is not seated next to A, which means that AB or BA is not possible. Now we have to merge all these three statements. First statement, C is seated next to A, which means that this is A and this is C. Again, A is seated 2 seats from D. If this is A, 1 seat and 2 seat, this must be D. And again, third step, B is B is not seated next to A, which means that AB or BA is not possible, which means that B won't come here. If B comes here, it will be BA or AB. So B will be here. Now what's the remaining number? E will be the remaining person. Now this is our arrangement. Now, which of the following must be true? D is seated next to B. True. Because this is D and this is B. Statement 2. E is seated next to A. This is E, this is A. So both the statements are right. Therefore the answer will be C, both 1 and 2. This is the question they asked for 2013 CSAT. Most of the questions they asked are very easy. All you have to know is about directions and some basic idea about seating arrangement. Thank you.